G'day guys, happy Friday again. We're starting our next sort of unit in a way on mapping, which is a bit of a tricky sort of area. So we really need to try and apply ourselves today. So today we're going to try and use everyday language to give directions. That's pretty simple. That's if I asked you, where is the office at Tagham State School? And you said, oh, it's over there near, sort of past the Year 5 tower, a bit to the right near the car park. That is how I give directions using everyday language. So can you guys do that? I'm sure you all can. So it's something we can do naturally. The other things we're going to learn about is following directions to locate positions on maps. So if I gave you a map and I gave you some directions, would you be able to follow those directions to a position on that map? So we're starting simple, but it gets a bit more complex. So number one says, how is being able to read a legend on a map helpful? So again, that's something that you can explain in your own words. And then two, why are there differences in some maps and plans that you see? So why would, this map of the world be a little bit different to, say, a map of Brisbane or a map of Tagham? Okay? Answer questions 1 and 2 for me. Off you go. Next part. Investigate the language of location, direction, and movement. So we can use words like beside, behind, under, next to, between, above, or opposite to help describe where things are. So if somebody asks me, where's my ruler? I might say, it's under your desk, you've dropped it. Okay? So those are some of the words that we use to describe direction. When we are describing how or the direction where something or someone can move, we use forwards, backwards, left, right, sideways, straight ahead, diagonal, parallel. So there's some words that you need to sort of keep in the back of your mind. They're everyday words, aren't they? Words that we use every day without even thinking. So on the picture, use words that describe the location to write 4 different sentences about this picture. For example, the fork is beside the plate. Okay? The window is behind the table. The knife is beside the cup. All right? So using these words here to describe where, I want you to write 4 sentences about that picture. Off you go. And there they are there. So A, B, C, D. Off you go. Show your tutor how you can follow these directions. So let's see how this goes. I want you to stand up wherever you are. I want you to stand to the left of your workplace, whatever you're working at, whether it's on the couch, at a desk, on your bed, stand to the left. Now move forwards to stand in front of your workplace or your chair. Put your right hand behind your back. Sit opposite a pencil. Walk parallel to the wall as you move forward. Okay, so walking parallel to the wall means that I'm walking like that because the wall's here. If I walk parallel, I'm not going to run into the wall and I'm not going to move too far to the side of the wall. Okay, so give those things a bit of a practice, have a bit of fun. And there it says, do you remember what the word parallel means? So if I drew 2 lines going in the direction of my hands, they're never going to touch, are they? Okay, so parallel lines are lines that could go forever and never touch one another. Now, we can find locations using turns. And the way that we can think of a turn is like a clock. So the minute and the hour hand move clockwise along the analog face. The opposite of clockwise is anti-clockwise. So I want you to stand up and I want you to turn clockwise. So clockwise would be going okay. Anti-clockwise would be going like that. Don't have much space. So have a practice doing those two turns, right? Rewind the video if you need to. Now the arms on the clock can show a full, half and a quarter turn, just like half past, quarter past and o'clock. So we've got a full turn, which is what I just did. We've got a half turn, which means I would face the wall, okay? And then we've got a quarter turn, which means I do that. I'm getting a bit of a workout today. So let's look at 6. These broken clocks only show the minute hand. Which number would the minute hand point to after each turn? So you're starting facing this way. You're going clockwise. Okay, so a half turn looks like that. Sorry, that's a quarter turn. I'll do that again. If I'm facing this way and someone says do a half turn, I'm going to go like that. Okay? If I'm facing this way and I do a full turn clockwise, I'm going to go all the way around back to where I started. A quarter turn clockwise would be like this, and a quarter turn anti-clockwise would be facing the wall. Okay? So you need to then write which number each would land on. Okay, off you go. Try clock A and clock B. So the answers are, for A, half turn would be 3. B, full turn would be 9. C, quarter turn clockwise would be 12. And D, a quarter turn anti-clockwise would be 6. For clock B, a full turn anti-clockwise would be 3. A quarter turn clockwise would be 6. A half turn clockwise would be 9. A quarter turn anti-clockwise would be 12. I hope you did all right with those. If you sort of made some mistakes, you can even look at your clock right now. You can wait until the clock, oh, look at my clock's perfectly got the minute hand on the 3. So I could just look at the clock and practice. I could say, if the minute hand's on the 3, what would be a quarter turn clockwise? Well, it would be on the 6. So I can just look at the clock when it's quarter past, half past, or o'clock and just practice those. Okay, so number 7. Which number would the minute hand point to after each turn? So it's the same thing. All right, I want you to pause and give that a go. So now we've got a 3/4 turn. So if we go 3/4 turn clockwise, it would be 1, 2, 3 on the 6. 3/4 turn anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3 on the 12. Clock B. 3/4 turn clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 12. 3/4 turn anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 6. So I just count in quarters each time, and I count in quarters 3 times. Imagine a fly on your ceiling of the schoolroom looking down. The fly would have a bird's eye view of the classroom. I prefer to just say bird. Imagine you're a bird in the air and you look down. That is a bird's eye view. So I want you to think, what do you think the fly would see on the roof of the classroom looking down? So the desks would just look like squares, wouldn't they? The floor would look like a square or a rectangle. So I want you to answer these 3 questions. Explain to your tutor or write short answers. What do you think the top of a desk would look like? Well, I gave that away. What do you think the top of a chair would look like? And do you think you would see the legs of the chair? Explain why or why not. Can you pause the video and answer those questions? All right. Next, you'll be watching this video about exploring a bird's eye view. 10. You are going to draw your schoolroom. You can draw your bedroom or your lounge room. So you saw an example in the video. A. Think about the features that are in your bedroom or your lounge room. For example, tables, lounges, televisions. And then think about different symbols you could use for them. So here's an example here. Doorways tend to look like that on maps. Windows tend to look like that. And desks tend to look like that. So on sheet 2, or on a blank sheet of paper really, or in your book, draw a bird's eye view of your bedroom, your lounge room, or a room in your house. Make sure you include a legend like they have there. Okay, off you go. Okay, on to our part about following directions. So there is a list of directions here, all right? I want you to look at the Sunny Park School evacuation plan, and I want you to follow those directions and see where you end up. Off you go. So, starting at the right of the toilet block located closest to the Year 6-7 block. So that would be here. Make sure you're facing towards the flag. So I would be facing that way. Walk forwards between the eating area and the resource centre. So there's the resource centre and the eating area. So walk forwards. Go past the toilet block on your left and make a quarter turn anti-clockwise. Walk towards go past the toilet, make a quarter. Walk forwards and make a quarter turn clockwise after the eating area. Walk forwards between the eating area and the administration block. Stop in front of the building on your left. So you should have ended up at the admin building. So I want you to answer these questions now. H, what building can you see on your left? And 12, the evacuation procedure for Sunny Park State School is shown with red dotted lines. Write directions for the evacuation route from the administration block to the oval using directional words, and that's your last activity. So you've got to go from the administration block to the oval. So that's from here down to here, following the red lines, okay? And you got to give directions using quarter turn, half turn, move forwards, backwards, left, right, using all of your directional language, coming up with a sequence like number 11. Okay, good luck with that, guys, and have a great weekend. See ya.